And if you happen to be in need of some more inspiration for places to visit, things to see and do, then why not take advantage of this signpost if the sun allows you to, and get some sense of your bearings and where you need to go next. Whether it's a theatre, museums of geology, zoology, literature, KGB cells, St Paul's Church where we were before. There's Tartu Art House, which was a place I sort of gave a little bit of a miss. Basically because it wasn't going to be open till 12. It is a free art gallery on 2 floors. If I'd been there in the afternoon, I would have been definitely going in there, but the way my walk has taken me today means not this time. Maybe next time I'm in Tartu. You've always got to leave something to make it worthwhile coming back to a city, don't you? That's what I think anyway. It's my way of coping with the fact I can't see and do everything. Maybe next time. And up here we've got another statue. And the statue's facing the Teatr Vanemuine, which I know I pronounced in a very amusing way for Estonian folk, I'm sure. As long as they're laughing and not throwing hammers, mallets, rotten tomatoes. Little bit of information about this character. Eduard Tubin, Estonian composer and conductor. And this was his stomping ground. And here is the statue to his memory. So, word on the street here in Tartu was that there was another statue here just at the side of the theatre. Don't know who this character is. Are there clues here for someone who can read these signs? I don't know. Never seen that face before in my life. Paul McCartney? No, probably not. Here I am back at the train station. The end of the day trip to Tartu, on the way back to Tallinn, and it was a bit of an odd end to the day. I managed to call into the Tartu Artists Union House on the way back to the train station, and that was reasonably interesting. Nothing special, but it cost nothing to go in, and they even had a toilet if I'd needed it, so that would have saved me a bit of bother. But yeah, I'm glad I managed to do that at least, and also photograph a few pieces of street art I saw along the way. But then the rain came unexpectedly, so I made my way back to the train station as quickly as I could, under the umbrella, which luckily I had with me. And now I'm just waiting for the train, which is due, well, there are two trains due within 1 minute of each other, and they're both due on the same track number. One is going to Tallinn, the other is going to Valga, the opposite direction, in other words. There's only one track here, number 2, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, but they must do it all the time, so I'm sure they know better than anyone else. Looks as though it's going to be quite a full train today. Coming down here from Tallinn, despite the warnings I'd received, it wasn't too bad at all. There was plenty of room on the train, and I was rather surprised. But yeah, I guess everybody's making it back to Tallinn on the cheap train, as I am, because this train costs just under €10, which saves a bit of money. But yeah, equally, I've really got to make sure I don't end up in Valga by mistake. Hopefully a lot of these people who are also waiting on this track number 2 will be going to Valga, so that will mean there'll be even more space on the Tallinn train for me, and I can get a bit of room, because I'd like to spread out a bit and do a few things of the eating variety, and also maybe a bit of reading, and plan the next day trip, I suppose. I've got a bit of a wacky idea in my head about the next day trip, which I'll share with you another occasion perhaps. But yeah, I'm glad I managed to get Tartu Take 2 under my belt. But it does feel as though my throat's a bit scratchy and irritable at the moment. That could be because I've been eating some pumpkin seeds and nuts and dried fruit, and perhaps it was all a bit too dry. It's made my throat dry, and I haven't managed to get a drink for most of the day. I've been too busy doing other things. Anyway, that's Tartu. Tartu ticked. Tartu Take 2. Tartu done. Time to say goodbye to Tartu.